summer jam, skate shoes and that marching band.
First heartbreak, first slow dance. Now I'm just trying to make sense of plans.
Oh, take me back to the roof.
That's what they see. Hey, we're live. Okay, well, Stacy is not joining us tonight, so I've totally hijacked the podcast. But we're here with Hannah, who is the graphic designer at Hemp Farms, and I guess we're just gonna kind of wing it.
That's
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
well, I mean, to start, to get this job, I graduated with my degree from McHenry County College, so I have a associate's in graphic design along with 2 certificates, one in graphic design and another in fundamentals of design. So that's my fancy smancy piece of paper. I am currently back at school for my bachelor's in marketing, so hopefully what I learned there will kind of help with everything here.
I love marketing. It's like
it's so fundamental to any business.
Yeah.
Be it a big box office or, small town business.
Yeah.
It's so fundamental. So having that graphic design background is going to be super helpful because not only can I make the flyers and make the ads, I can go and I know how to post them and I know how to push them out.
Absolutely.
I
I that's such a fun way to like go at it too, because I'm kind of doing the opposite, I feel like. So right now I am working. I'm going to get my GED pretty soon here. Hopefully that will be scheduled in the next couple of weeks.
Exciting.
It is. I've been putting it off for ages.
I understand.
It's one of those things that you're just like, you never do the paperwork, you never go to the office, you never sit down and take, and I just have to get it done because then I'm able to go to, I found a program I've already been accepted into, which is for digital design and editing.
Nice.
Yeah, with a specialty in video media production.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes.
Do you know where?
It is actually through Grand Canyon University.
Really? So would you be able to do online or are you going to go? Oh, that's nice.
So it's a fully online program. It's like a 6-month kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's 1 semester, but you get that full specialty.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting.
That is really
but
exciting.
I started with marketing and I was like, I'm gonna go do business and manage and do this. And now I'm I'll find myself staring at the screen and I'll stare at the design and then for an hour and then I'll be like, Hannah's gonna do this tomorrow.
Well, I almost feel like when you are at that point where you are in school and learning all these different marketing tactics, I almost feel like you have so much under your belt that you're just going to be learning things that you already know, which isn't a bad thing because that means you're doing the right thing. But I feel like that's going to be the situation there. I had a similar experience in college because my high school was just so on par with graphic design and using Adobe and Photoshop and Illustrator, and it was all of the things that I was learning in college, that first year that I was taking different graphic design and art classes, I already knew everything because my high school was so good. So I feel like you're going to have a very similar situation there, just from life experience.
Yeah. Where did you go to high school? Did you grow up around here or?
I went to Huntley High School, so I currently live in Huntley. I have a shop over in Woodstock, so that's called Our Happy Space. I co-own that with Tammy and Vaughn McMillan. So Vaughn is my boyfriend and Tammy is his mother. It's literally a nerd shop. It is palace for any geeks that want to come in and just geek out with us.
Oh, I love that. And I bet you see that all the time.
Oh
too.
my gosh, people get so excited when they come in, and it just makes me so happy because they get all excited and I get excited, and yeah, it's a fun shop. It's got a lot of niche things. Like right now we've got a lot of Project Hail Mary things. Have you seen that movie?
Mhm.
So good. Love that movie. Cried.
Is
cried
that
to
like
that.
pretty big right now too?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So right now it's Star Wars because the Mandalorian movie is coming out.
Yes. Yeah.
So Mandalorian and Grogu. There was the Darth Maul series that just came out. So Star Wars again, very big. Project Hail Mary, anything Spider-Man. Because
Oh
there's
my
going to be
gosh,
Spider-Man
I bet.
coming out
Okay.
soon. But I think it's the 4th installment with Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I lose track. But when you have a boyfriend that is very into Spider-Man, then you kind of know.
Right.
a little bit.
So does he like is that kind of like his passion? Is he the one that keeps up with what's like popular or do you guys
So
Gotcha.
we kind of just do whatever we feel like we want in the moment. Like there's really,
Yeah.
I mean, Tammy, she sticks to the paintings. Like if you were to walk into the shop, you're gonna see all these paintings on the wall,
Mhm.
and that is her forte. She is a painter. She has taught um, painting. She knows how to use oils and watercolors, and she teaches Zentangle, and but her favorite is acrylic, and she likes using different mediums with the acrylics. And then so like that's her forte, and then also the big spin art machine that we have in there. So if anything spin art related, painting related, that's her. And then if you see anything that's 3D printed or
Mhm.
like the masks and helmets, that's Vaughn. That's his thing because he'll print the popular masks. Like he's making the Mandalorian one right now. He just made a Dark Revan, which is also from the Mandalorian series. He's made his own Spider-Man suit, costume.
That's
I don't even
awesome.
I can't even compete with that. Like
Yeah.
jack of all trades. He just thinks of it and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do that. And then I kind of just do whatever I feel like at the moment. I've got stickers, I've got magnets, I've got crochet, I've got sewn plushies. I've been making these little candles out of thrifted teacups and putting crystals and dried flowers in there.
Uh-huh.
And then that's literally just the products. That's not even going into the different services that we offer. So
Right.
I do tarot readings. Tammy's whole thing is she does henna, body art, and glitter tattoos, face painting.
Wow. So you guys like do like a little bit of it all.
Literally, it's like if you think we do it, we probably do. Going into like the tarot readings and like the mystical things, like we even have done ghost tours at the mall. I am so
Oh, I
into the
love
paranormal.
Yes.
Me and Vaughn will lead the ghost tours, and it is such a fun time. Such a fun time.
I bet there's a lot to do in like the Woodstock area too.
Yes.
So-
Woodstock is so
Mhm.
so haunted. Like all of the old buildings, all of the fires.
Well, it's all historical, so like there's a
Yes.
lot that's gone on. I
And it's a
bet
lot
that-
of original buildings too,
Yes.
which is what
Yeah.
it really is just like hung on to, which is so cool. I love the history part of it. That's something that we try to do differently than other paranormal tours is we like to try to give people the history and give them the correct history. Like we have done extensive research into the mall and into the land, and
Yeah,
it's fun. We do it because it's fun.
that's just so cool.
And it's literally like that's why it's called our happy space, is
Mhm.
because it's literally just our happy space. We just get to do whatever we want.
Do you guys have anything like coming up that you're working on, or?
We are doing a paranormal investigation at so we did one at the Cherry Tree Inn not too long ago,
okay.
so the Groundhog Day house.
Mhm.
But we're going to be doing one on July 24th. That's going to be at the Branch House, the Cherry Branch House.
Okay.
We're going to be doing a ghost tour there. Otherwise, we're kind of at a slow point here because we're going to be participating in Pride Fest, which I am super excited for because that's
It's always a great time.
yes.
I do it myself independently. Hempstock does it every year,
Mhm.
and it's always fantastic. So the company will be there. I never work it because it's like one of my few fests that I do for myself
Mhm.
each year. And then but this year, that's right after I get back from my Europe trip, so all of my like time off
Oh,
and
gosh.
like budgeting for the year is just completely going into this trip, but it's gonna be a good time. And
So, are you part of Woodstock Pride then?
I am. So I've been a vendor the past 3 years. This is the first year in a while. I'm gonna miss it, which I'm pretty bummed. But so I'm not on the actual board, but I have a unique position title, which
Yes.
is I think it's student mentor, student ambassador. So the Woodstock Pride group has a club for like high school age kids, like
Mhm.
middle going into high school kids. It's for like baby queers, like
Yeah.
getting out into the universe. And
Yeah.
I joined that right before I turned 18, and then almost immediately aged out of the group and started helping run it.
Okay.
So I'm very familiar with the whole group and the whole board. Like we're all pretty close at this point. So it's really nice.
That's so awesome because I love hearing that. Like it sucks that people are so scrutinized
Yeah.
for just loving somebody different, and the fact that they can bond with other people that feel the same
Mhm.
and have a community of their own and find someone else that can mentor them and be able to,
Woodstock's a really good space for that. It
it's
is.
so good. And
There's a lot of resources around here. Which I guess kind of a good example is the end of this month. We have Max Happy Fest coming up,
yes,
which is like huge.
yes,
It's run by Warp Core, which
Love
is
Warp Core.
they
love them to death.
do all of the like the homeless outreach
Yeah.
in the area. They run all of that,
Mhm.
as well as the just regular like the addiction like recovery, even just like mental health, especially like supporting youth in environments, like finding your connections. They do it all. They're
Yeah.
like our supporting group for the whole community.
Yeah.
So they have their big festival coming up on May 30th. Which is another one I'm like, darn, I'm gonna miss it. But
So wait, where are you going in Europe then?
well, I'm going to Amsterdam
Okay.
and then to London. Yeah, so I'll be gone a week and a half, and of course, all my favorite events all fall right in those same weeks. But it'll be a good time.
It's not like it's the last time it's gonna happen.
Right, these things happen every year.
Yeah.
And I'm traveling for a convention that is moving, so it only stays in the same spot for 2 years at a time,
Oh, okay.
and it moves around. So this is the last time that it is in Amsterdam,
Okay.
and then they will move it. And most of my like group of people live over there already, so we're meeting up while it's by them.
Okay. So are you able to stay with them and save money
Yeah.
that way? Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
so I'll fly in. I saved a lot by getting like earlier flights and just crashing with friends and stuff. But like it's a huge adventure. It is.
Oh my gosh! Just anytime you can get out of the country, it's just a huge adventure.
Yeah,
I've never been out of the country. I've always wanted to.
Well, this is my first time too, so
That's exciting.
it is.
That's so exciting.
But that I'll miss Max Happy, which is a bummer. But we've been working pretty hand in hand recently on all of the marketing stuff going on.
Yeah.
So is there anything you want to talk about? like projects that you're excited about, things that we're working on?
I am super excited for the t-shirts.
Yes.
I am ready to buy
I
one
can
myself.
pull those up. I know. The pre-order is live already, so they're $28 until June 1st, and then they will go up to 40. I can pull up. We had a picture of them. If I saved it, I might not have. Well, that's okay. We have.
Yeah,
It needs you this way.
I'm excited for the t-shirts because that's always exciting when you get to see something that you've made just put onto
And you're gonna have people have those
physical
t-shirts
material
for
thing.
ages.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
it's like you walk around the square and you just see people wearing it. And, you know, you can go around and be
Like,
like,
"I
"Hey,
did
guess
that."
what? I made a shirt. I did that design."
Yeah, that has to be so rewarding.
It's incredibly rewarding, and I never thought that I'd be able to get to a point where that was my job, and that's actually, you know, part of my life is I make things and people actually are wearing it or just
Yes.
have it on them.
I'm gonna show
and-
this now that I found it. I promise I planned ahead of time. But this is the awesome, like, it's so cool,
I
Hannah.
had so much fun making that because I don't get to sit there and illustrate a lot.
Okay.
That's something that you know, making the labels. It's a lot of typography and figuring out layout and structure.
That is
So-
something else that you do. Like, both of us work pretty hand in hand here at Hempstack, like
Mhm.
doing the little things nobody else thinks about.
Right.
Like we just won manufacturer of the year in McHenry County. But doing all of that, it's not just the farming, it's not just the cooking or the packaging. Like, there's all the marketing and labels and all these things that go in. And you do a lot of that. Like, we have, even on the days that you're not in, people are asking things of you.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing with the labels. It's more typography. It's more,
Mhm.
you know, making sure it's aesthetically pleasing. And I mean, same thing with the menus or even posters,
Yeah.
flyers, things like that. And when it comes to posters and flyers, it's still very minimal illustrations and, you know, the main focus when you're making a poster is the information. So
Yeah.
you don't want to make those graphics too insanely intricate because people are just going to look right over it. When it comes to a t-shirt, you can get pretty fun with
Yeah.
it. So
Tell us about your process. Like, what did you go through making this design?
well, I like using my iPad to draw out
Mhm.
any designs. I love being able. I go into Procreate. I don't know if that's super professional or not, but
Well-
it works for me. I'm able to. So I did have a reference picture that I was looking at, and I had found that on. I can't remember if it was Dribble or Behance.
Okay.
Behance is an Adobe platform. Dribble is a graphic design platform. You're able to share your ideas
Oh, that's
and see what
awesome.
other designers are doing. So I get a lot of my inspiration from those two sites. But either way, I had found a picture that I really liked. It was the similar skeleton. It was all steampunk, and he had some sort of plant in his hand, and there was some skyline underneath him with a clocks going around and the different clocks on his sleeve and stuff. And I just really, really liked it. I liked the whole steampunk vibe and the fact
Yeah.
that it's supposed to be like nature always wins. So it's, you know, everything else is decaying, but then you've got this hemp plant that's still there because it's.
I love it so much.
And
Apocalypse is going to be the whole theme for Max Happy. So I'm pretty sure you know now, like, about working on posters and stuff, like doing the
Yes.
pre-orders.
yes,
Pretty sure you're working on a banner as well.
Mhm.
So we're going really all out
Yeah, I
this
am
year.
in process of doing the banner. That one, I got a finished design, but I got a bunch of stuff that I got to tweak about it,
Right.
which shouldn't be too bad because all of the text is where I want it. It's more just the background, tweaking things in the background that I gotta do, and then making those pre-order banners. That way everyone knows that they can pre-order the shirt.
I mean, and did you draw the design?
I did. So I completely drew the design. I found a picture of a hemp plant that I liked, and I drew that, and then I changed different parts because obviously I'm not going to just copy and paste a design from another artist. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I drew out the design, the skeleton, and I gave him a farmer's hat, kind of like Stacy wears, because while he was like, you should give it I really like the hat. You should give it a cowboy hat. And I'm showing him afterwards. He's like, that's Stacy. That was just nice.
Exactly is. I don't know if you see she walks around with her cowboy hat all the time, but that's her being official. You see her walking around the barn and she's got this cap on and it's super relaxed and
but that's her official. That's who she is and her brand. And
she rocks it.
Absolutely. So I feel like just adding that little portion.
I love that so much.
And then he's got the Hempstock logo on his sleeve, so I added that in, and then underneath him, I didn't want to just put a random skyline, so I drew in actually the Chicago skyline.
There's so much to it that's so awesome. I mean, and right now with the pre-orders, $28 for these t-shirts are full hemp. They're locally printed, so we get them screen printed at Warpcore. We don't pay just a random company because you shop local.
Right.
Always shop local.
Right. We want to support local businesses.
I would rather spend $15 extra at a local shop than pay $15 in shipping.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then for it to be hand illustrated, that all of that makes it so worth it. Even the $40 is really nice, but getting it at the pre-order price is amazing.
That's a bargain.
Yeah.
It's a bargain.
And it won't stay that price either. This is, jeez, dude, it's already May 21st.
I know.
You've got a week and a half.
I know.
To get pre-orders and stuff in.
I can't believe it's already almost the end of the month. It feels like time has been flying by so fast. Is
there anything you want to work on kind of going forward? Because we're gonna hit next week comes Max Happy. That's most of this big marketing stuff. But
I mean, after Max Happy, I feel like I had a lot of fun with the mushroom labels. Those because that was also another opportunity that I got to illustrate different little elements of the label, and even on I had redesigned the wraparound packaging for the mushroom jars.
I love these so much. I'm gonna show the picture of them, but we'll show a physical one too because they are just so cool to look at. And I think we were talking a little bit earlier about how it felt to hold your artwork.
Yes, because I had worked on it for so long. Excuse me. I had worked on it for so long, and I illustrated that mushroom on the bottom. I illustrated everything above it, the little dude on the top.
I mean, they're absolutely beautiful.
That's something that I've made where I kind of sat there, and when I had it in my hand, it was one of those moments which I don't get very often, where it's once in a while where I'm kind of just like, wow, I am very proud of this. I made this. I am so proud of myself right now.
Yeah.
And
you should be too.
It's just so cool to, you put so many weeks, so many revisions and so much effort into something, and then to finally see it in your hands is just so rewarding.
And I mean, that's like, it literally, that's so true. Like, being able to hold what you made, like,
Yeah.
physically in front of you.
Yeah.
I brought in our Harvest Fest posters that you did. Because these are, okay, so I'll show them up here first. These are absolutely gorgeous. I love the like canvas ones.
Oh yeah.
But you did all of these and you did them so quickly for us too.
Oh my gosh, this one I remember sitting with Stacy at the computer and just I remember staying like extra hours that night because it was like it's almost there, we've almost got it.
Right.
And just sitting with her at the computer, she's like, you move it out this way, you change this color, you do this. I'm like, yup,
And that's
got
what
it,
it
got it.
is. Like all the marketing stuff, like you can just stare at something for ages and sometimes you just have to like walk away from it.
Really, yeah.
Because these are like, they're so fun to look at too.
Oh, yeah.
They're like beautiful.
And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, where with posters and flyers, it's, I mean, there are illustrations, but they're very simple. I mean, you've got the hemp leaf, it's just shapes. You got
Yeah.
shapes, you've got swirls, you've got more shapes, just like circles and triangles. And I mean, the logo was already made, so it's just a matter of changing the colors and, you know, working it into a way that it's all cohesive and can sit together, making sure that I had the correct font and, you know, line that up correctly. And, you know, it's, you know, you've got this awesome picture that you're looking at, but at the end of the day, you want people to see, hey, this is for Harvest Fest. Harvest Fest, October 11th, 2025.
Yep.
So,
Sometimes the message has to be like straightforward too.
yes. Yes. Like, you can't have too much, otherwise people are just going to glaze over it.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
their eyes are going to go to one thing. And, like, even when you're looking at this, it's like, okay, you look at it, you see the mushroom, hemp stock, experience the harvest.
Yeah.
And that's just where your eyes go, which is perfect because that's exactly where you want your eyes to go.
Right. This
Right.
is like something that I think these are super cool. Like everything that we have designed together so far, I feel like is no bias at all. Totally underrated.
I am
Like-
so happy with everything that we've created. Like,
yeah.
this is another thing that I am super proud of and super happy with because I just love how it turned out. And the entire like theme that we went on where it was all psychedelic and
Yeah.
you know
Definitely.
mushroomy vibes I was obsessed with. So I feel like we have really good communication when it comes to that. Being able to like, I almost feel like we know what we're thinking when it comes to the different designs, especially with the boba menu and
Yeah.
sending the pictures and being like, okay, I need this, this, and this. All right, gotcha. Send it out over.
The boba menu, I genuinely sat on that for like a month.
Really?
That's, I mean, I had all the info, all the pictures, and even now it's constantly still like, now we got to change this or update these things, and like, and so I was working on that for ages, and it kept getting backburnered. And Stacey's like, just send it to Hannah. Like, I'm sure she'll have fun with it.
Yeah,
It's like, I hope you did.
I
'Cause
did.
that was a huge task.
I did. I knew that the menus needed to be simplified because there was a lot of information out there.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing was that the drinks were not isolated. So that's something
They
that,
were like, there was like a box pattern, but they all
Yes.
had the same background. It was
Yes.
a lot to look at.
which is nice that it's the same background, but that's when you're looking at one
Yeah.
picture at a time. When you're putting it all together, it becomes so much. So
Definitely.
that was literally the first thing I did. I opened Photoshop, I isolated all of the drinks,
Yes.
and got rid of the backgrounds, and then I was able to go into Illustrator and then do everything else because I like using Photoshop for pictures
Mhm.
and editing pictures. Illustrator is awesome for doing text and anything, anything that you need to blow up or go as small as you want, because it's all vectors. There's no pixels, so you can go as big as you want or as little as you want, which I love. Because I find too many times that I'm on Photoshop or I'm on Procreate and I'm trying to do something and then I try to blow it up because it's too small and then it just gets all pixelized.
Yeah.
So Illustrator is lovely. I love her.
We had before, like working on the boba menu, that was kind of like a huge project before it was even sent over to you. Like I had Avery for like 2 weeks just taking pictures of every drink because we had to space them out so we didn't waste the product.
Yeah.
And
I was wondering how you did that.
yeah, and there was it's funny. We have a shadow box in the back where it's like we cut up like a poster board and put a bunch of tape on it, and
hey, if it works, it works.
Like that's why they're all on plain black or plain white backdrops. But then we took the pictures and we were like, it's too plain, and then we coated the thing in stickers. And,
gotcha.
Like, it was a lot of back and forth just to get a nice photo because there's sort of a balance between like something, it had to be like nice with the background, but also nice enough on its own that you can remove the background. And
yeah, that's the thing, is when it comes to having to remove the background, the less the better. So like when I'm able to go in, and if I need to remove something, I can remove it. It just takes a lot longer when there's more in the back. And with the boba drinks, I feel like they were pretty well isolated to where I could just go in, use lasso tool, go around, and
it was interesting too. Like we recently, one of the things that I've done here, the boba shop, is we implemented like procedure for taking photos for things. So like when we were taking photos originally, it was like, here's just a picture of the drink I just made, and I get sent those all the time, and I'm like, that's great, thanks for thinking to do that, because that's the first step. But then it's like for the actual like official photos, there's like they all have the same lighting too, and like the placement,
that
the angle,
so important is
so
having
like
the same lighting.
So genuinely, like all those boba photos, there was a whole thing where like we had like a ring light that we pulled out. There was like, I was like, wrong angle, take it again, like all these things, and it was like so even just getting that done was its process. And hopefully that made it a little easier.
It absolutely did.
Long term.
Absolutely. Because I can go in and I can, you know, nitpick the background, whatever, but everything had the same lighting, everything was at the same angle, so like I didn't have to go in and edit the actual cup itself, which was amazing because I didn't want to change too much of the actual drink.
Right, because then you get into an area where it's like,
is that actually what my drink is going to look like?
Right.
No.
Like you don't want to play the colors up or anything like that.
And the drinks on the menu, like that is how they look when you get them.
Another struggle too was we work with natural ingredients.
Yes.
Which aren't always pretty.
Yes.
So there was some trial and error in taking a pretty photo.
Right. And
because you have to work quickly.
Right.
Too.
And that's something that I can do in Photoshop is you know, like if it's strawberry, sometimes it looks brown. So I have to go in and make it look like it's strawberry, which add some red to it, no biggie. Because that's what it looks like when you first get it. It's just that it over time, it just fades and it gets a little more brown. Right. But hey, it's all natural. It's strawberry. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's not like we're, you know, we've got our lavender, what was it? Lavender blueberry cloud. And, it's like super purple with like an ombre of shaded blue. And it's like, you get it and it's like, that's that's not what that looks like. Or like, is this the right drink? Like, yeah, that's your drink. That's not what it looks like on the menu.
Yeah, there's you use the example of strawberry, but it's funny because we went through that recently. We just switched to using organic strawberry. And organic strawberry puree is not the pretty pink drink we were serving before. It tastes better. I mean, we did like blind testing and all this stuff. Like, it just is better.
And I'm sure it's better for you.
But you can hold the two side by side and you wouldn't guess that they're the same fruit. So that's where it's like that. There's a lot that went into that. But even then, I couldn't put the menu together. I can, all day, I can throw things into documents and send them one direction or another. But it's a whole nother process. Like, I feel like with graphic design, I'm curious if maybe you hear this, but there's like a perspective of, oh, I could do that myself. And then it is like,
oh yeah,
huge. It's like,
yeah. Like, there's a few things that Stacey sends me, and it's like, okay, yeah, I could do that myself, but I know it's gonna take me like 3 weeks, and I know that there's gonna be some effort put into it, because it's like, yeah, I could do it. It's just gonna take a minute. But yeah, I really had fun making those menus, especially. Anything food related is so fun because I love being able to just, I mean, food, product related. I love making it look pretty.
And I'm excited because there's definitely a lot more of that work to come.
Yes.
So like right now we're in this big marketing era. Like May has been so busy for the whole company, which is good. But we have like these big plans coming up, and it's right now it's in those stages of development where it's a whole lot of paperwork. But we will hit a point where we'll get back into the photos and the lighting and the like putting it together and menu building and making it actually look like something somebody wants to spend money on. And so that definitely there's definitely more of that to come, which I'm excited about.
I mean, I'm excited for it too. And it's funny that we keep going back to lighting, because when you had asked for a DoorDash picture, I was trying to find a picture that had a bunch of different products, but also had the same lighting, but then, it had to be so long. And so I literally went down into the shop. I grabbed a bunch of products and I put it all. It was
so fun fact. I know when I shared those DoorDash photos with you, they were like, I hate them.
Well, it's all
they're
AI.
Like the examples are AI, they're generated. And then even the individual product photos I took, like if I could retake them all again, I would. Yeah. Because there's things that I would do with like lighting and stuff like that, but DoorDash is super particular with their formatting. So I actually took all of those photos once, and they wouldn't let me submit them, and it was 60 photos because it was like the wrong formatting. And I had spent hours, like I had stayed late taking the first 60 photos.
Oh my god.
So I went in and I snapped a picture of all of them, uploaded them all, removed all the backgrounds. I was like, cool, I'm done for the day. But if I could take the time and go back in and redo all the photos, I absolutely would. Because the
photos looked really nice. I mean, it shows the product, it has the packaging, and then I'm sure underneath it you've got your little description of the.
And that probably too is like, I'm certain you have to experience this as an artist, where it's like you were like your own worst critic.
Oh, absolutely.
All the time, like. And so there's those big projects that you work on. Is there? I don't know if there's like anything specific that comes to mind for you, like about that, but I know that's such a common thing with art in itself.
Yeah.
Even in like music and like digital art and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Like
And I mean, there's different commissions that I've gotten where people want specific things,
Mhm.
and I mean, I give them other ideas, like I do exactly what they want, and then I give them a few other ideas of like, hey, but what about this or what about this? Because I think it looks better,
Mhm.
and then of course it's the one that I like the least, or it's the one exactly that they want, but they're not seeing it from that designer point of view, and they're not seeing it from, okay, this isn't the best design, but this is what you want.
Yeah.
So, all right, there you go. That's what you want.
right.
I mean, I could give my input. I did by giving you those other designs. I can
Yeah.
even tell you, hey, I like this design better. I think that this flows nicer, but I know that you really wanted this, so I did this also. And they're like, no, I really like this one. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Is there anything like maybe something that you think that people don't see that about you that you maybe do day to day? So like I know like we talked about the manufacturing. Like everybody thinks of that and thinks about the farming, thinks about the cooking, but like with the label designing, is there anything else like that you feel like you do that gets looked over a lot?
I mean, I have a lot of fun with the label design because I feel like people don't realize how much work actually goes into that, and that's something that even big box offices have to deal with, is finding that label design. And that's one of the projects that I did in school, was recreating a label design for Wii yogurt.
Oh,
And that was one of my favorite things, was recreating that. And then now that I'm actually working on labels is so much fun. Which I know it's crazy to say, like, yeah, I love working
it's
on
funny.
labels.
It's funny you
but-
say that because full circle, like hopefully in the near-ish future, we'll have like more labels that are needed for stuff here. So right now you do a lot of farm stuff, but we want to move into like having like we're working on getting a commercial kitchen, which is a process, and a couple other things going on that like you might get more into that like the food aspect of things, but then you're still getting to do the label stuff and
Yeah, I feel like we kind of covered everything, because even the menus, like people wouldn't assume like, yeah, you need a graphic designer to make a menu, but you do.
I'm totally guilty of the whole like, oh, I'm sure I can do this myself.
Well,
And that's
Canva is
'cause-
really awesome, and I feel like
Yeah.
using that could definitely help, but you can only go so far.
I do. That's I work out of Canva whenever I do like the coupons and things, and I have a lot of templates for stuff. But what I love the difference between like when I produce something on Canva versus when we send you like a project to work on is when it is kind of the authenticity that you feel. So like working on Canva is completely authentic. You're still creating something, but it is a lot of copy and paste. It's a lot of like just moving things around and making them look pretty and changing the colors of things. Kind of like how you talked about making a poster, you know?
And I mean, I've used Canva before. I love Canva. I get a lot of my design ideas from Canva, because I mean, I don't have the premium, so like I'll look at posters and it'll be a premium thing, and I'll be like, oh, okay, we're just gonna screenshot that, keep that for later. I like that portion, now I'm gonna make my own. So that's kind of one of the things that I enjoy about knowing these different Adobe programs, is because I can take these things that I like and make my own, and I don't have to spend an arm and a leg, you know.
What did you start with programming? I mean, like now we have like these big fancy platforms like Adobe Pro and stuff that have all the like like knobs and dials, but
Yeah.
like when I started out making like business cards, I was like 12 and working on Microsoft Word, like
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously there's Google Docs. I love Google Docs. I actually did start on Adobe Photoshop because I went to creative arts art school.
Gotcha.
They have a Crystal Lake location that I went to.
Mhm.
I know they have a Woodstock location now. I know that one's more catered towards adults.
Okay.
I don't know so much anymore. I haven't been there for a few years, but when I first started out, I started taking graphic design classes through creative arts, and you would learn how to illustrate and draw on Photoshop. And I would sit there and I'd have a Wacom tablet, so I'd use a
Oh my
pencil on the
gosh.
Wacom
Yeah.
tablet, but I'd be looking up at the computer, so I'd be drawing down here, I'd be looking up at the computer, and then I have so much of my old digital art that's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was so proud of that. And then, there's things that my mom has up in the house.
And you're like, why?
do
Why
you
is it
still
there?
have that? And yeah, it's a little silly looking back at my old art, but that's what I started with, was
Yeah.
Photoshop. And then even going into high school, that's what they used, was Photoshop.
It's what is it? Humble beginnings. Like everybody kind of has those moments where you find something you're passionate about and you work on it, and then you look at this where you came from, and it's like,
Mhm.
oh, I also did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I took so many art classes as a kid, and even throughout middle school, high school, college, like that's all I did was art. And you start with traditional art, pen and paper. Half the time I would draw something out,
Yeah.
and then I would I would scan it and throw it into Photoshop, and then I would color it in Photoshop because I was more comfortable drawing on a piece of paper and then coloring it in
Yeah.
Photoshop.
Yeah.
And then when I discovered Procreate, however many years later, like this was when I actually taught at Creative Arts for a little while, and the kids were using Procreate. I'm like, oh, what's that? You can just draw on a tablet? Like, what is this witchcraft? And you could see what you're drawing instead of having to have a tablet and then look up at a computer? Wow. So once I found out that was a thing, it was so much easier to take whatever it was that I'm wanting to create. So that's original sketch, I'm able to just do straight onto the iPad and make that final design just right there, and then I just kind of export it to my computer, because from Procreate you can export it as a JPEG, PNG, PSD. So PSD, I'm sure you're familiar with all these.
Yeah.
Yeah. But normally I'll export it as a PSD, and then I'll be able to, if I do need to finalize anything in Photoshop, then I can. Otherwise, I throw it into Illustrator, and that's when I add my text and all the typography, and it just makes it so much easier.
It's awesome.
So that's why I still use Procreate, because it's, like I said, it's just so much easier.
I always love learning about how, I guess there's no like right way to do things when it comes to like art and hobbies.
Yeah.
But I love learning about how other people do things.
Oh,
Because I
absolutely.
usually notoriously like go from point A to point C and then learn that there was a step in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like Procreate is like for me like where I start my sketch, and then it's like, oh, okay, here's the concept, now let's actually go do that somewhere else.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, every designer is different, and everyone has their own way of doing things. But as long as you're able to get there in the end, I feel like you're a successful designer. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Doesn't matter the steps that you take to get there. You're
Art
still a
is a
successful
very
designer.
broad term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there was a class that of course, it was a class that I took where it was like, what is the definition of art? It's like, I don't know.
when I was in high school, there was like we did like we had to write an entire paper about like the art exhibit that's like a banana on the wall.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was like, but it was like describe how this is like worth what it sold for, and it was like it. I mean, it's art.
It's art. It's art for some reason.
Yeah, like it's such a like everybody's minds are so complex, you
Yeah.
know, so everybody looks at things a little bit differently, and I always love hearing that and
Yeah.
learning
it's-
about the different like perspectives. So.
Yeah, it's just so silly sometimes when you hear about things like that, like the banana on the wall, or um, there was a story that someone had told me about where this man was walking through an art exhibit and uh, he found a blank area as he was walking around, and he stuck I want to say it was like a roll of tape that was wound around a crumpled up paper ball and stuck it there. And people thought it was an exhibit.
Yep.
They started coming over and taking pictures of it. And all he did was just put it there.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't part of anything. It was just he just put it there, and everyone was going around thinking it's an exhibit. And I just thought that was so wild.
It's really interesting too because there's so many different like perspectives and genres about art now
Yes.
too. Like you have like street art, and then you have modern, and all these different types, and it has to do with like the creator, like what the vision was, what the audience is. Like there's so many different things that go into it.
Yeah, especially just the different styles that people have and the different styles that specific graphic artists have. I don't think I've found a specific style that I have yet, but I mean, I've got a long ways to go compared
Yeah.
to other graphic designers
Yeah.
out there. Have you seen the artwork of Stephen Rhodes?
I don't think so.
He makes those really funny t-shirts and posters, and sometimes he's got like coloring books where it's like I've got a shirt that says social skills, making new friends, and it's a little boy with a little ghost girl in the cemetery. So it's very like, or it's girls' night out, but they're all dancing in a circle and worshiping Satan.
It like things that make you think.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think that's another part of art is like it makes you think.
Yeah.
And that's really like what
But it's
where
that,
that comes
it's
from.
that funny play on like a kid's book. Where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, like this looks fun, this looks inviting, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, because I know he has another one where it's like, stay positive, and it's this boy giving a thumbs up as he's getting eaten by a great white shark. But it's in that like cartoony kids storybook style that just makes it so silly and so interesting to me. And I'm trying to find the right word for it. Like it's definitely macabre, but also it's a twist on like that storybook nostalgia,
Yeah.
I guess, because he uses very vibrant colors, and it's that you know, old like 80s storybook type
Right, yeah.
style illustrations, and I just love the concept, just taking something and putting that warp on it, because he has a lot of next time you go to Spirit Halloween this October, his shirts will be there.
Oh really?
Yeah, so like they're at Spirit Halloween a lot. You can go on his website and order his things and get it like straight from him, or I've seen coloring books that he's had before. So you can get them kind of everywhere. There's magnets, stickers, all that good stuff.
I
But
love that.
it's like if you were to order like something like this, and it would be like, okay, now there's a coloring book, now there's a sticker, now there's a magnet. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Well, is there anything else you feel like we should know about you, or like, do you do anything other than art?
oh my gosh, I feel like all I do
I
is
know that is like your life.
I
That's such a
know.
hard question, but
Oh my gosh. I mean, like I was talking about before, I love the paranormal. And I
Mhm.
love just learning about different beliefs and different perspectives on the afterlife.
Mhm.
And I mean, I give tarot readings. That's something that I have practiced for at least 2-3 years now.
awesome.
I have been trying to get more spiritual, especially because my boyfriend is also pretty spiritual. He is an untrained medium and can see spirits.
Hmm.
And even then, like, no matter what you believe,
Mhm.
it's always good to be skeptical. And that's what I always tell people when I lead different ghost tours is like, you don't have to be a full believer. It is so good to be skeptical because coming from someone who is an untrained medium that can literally see spirits, he is still questioning whether or not ghosts are real.
Right.
He is still questioning, and he's got that proof right in front of him.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there, and we've got our different tools and materials. And I mean, I read tarot cards, and I've got my cards in front of me, and it's like I'm getting these pretty accurate answers, and it lines up with the history of the place, or it'll line up with like someone's like, oh yeah, my grandma just passed away, and she always said that, or something like that. And I'm getting this solid evidence, but I'm still skeptical, and I'm still like, I still want more, and I still want to adventure, and I still want to see those different sides of things and just explore, discover,
Yeah.
just have fun with it, I guess.
Absolutely. As you should too.
It's something that interests me, and it's always interests me. And it's a little silly because when I was little, I used to be terrified of ghosts. Like, I don't know what was put into my head, but I was terrified of ghosts. And now I'm literally going into haunted buildings like, hey, who wants to talk? It's like, I can't even go into haunted houses. I can't go into haunted houses. I can't handle it.
Well, it's interesting because, like, I feel like with the paranormal, like, you have, like, a respect and an interest, like, because they have a story. But then going into,
Absolutely.
like, haunted houses and stuff is, like, they're there to be, like, those are just people.
Yes, and
Like,
they're there to scare
They're
you.
there to be in your face and, like,
Yeah. And I love horror movies.
Right.
I love horror movies. I like the Conjuring series, fantastic. The It series, I watched Welcome to Derry. That was fantastic. Like, I love that stuff, but for some reason, when it's right in my face and they're trying to scare me, that's when I'm like, no,
Yeah.
we're gonna not do that. But then I'm going over to cemeteries and be like,
totally
hey,
get that.
who
Yeah.
wants to talk?
Yeah.
It's just like this old grandpa, the grandpa at Jewel that just wants to yap about how they were in the war and tell you about their grandkids. And it's
Right.
like, yes, I'll listen to
Yeah.
your story.
I love that though.
It's literally
That's
it.
so fun.
Literally it.
Well, I know you said you have another tour coming up in July.
Mhm, July 24th.
Do you want to let people know where they can find you? Because we do have to kind of leave off for the night.
So, if you look up on Eventbrite, any paranormal tours at the Cherry Branch Guest House, they can find the tickets there. It's going to include a history of the place. It's going to include a appetizer, like a little charcuterie cup
Oh.
with a little with another hot appetizer, a dessert, and a mocktail, like a little fun little
Okay.
drink. That's all included in the ticket. They also get a pendulum that I teach them how to use, and they get to take home. And that's included in the ticket. So if they go on to Eventbrite, they can search up the Cherry Branch House Paranormal Investigation, or if they go onto Facebook, they can also find under either our Happy Space, because that's our shop. Our Happy Space, we've got an event made for the Branch House investigation, and then I want to say if they go to the Cherry Tree Inn, anything under their Facebook and Instagram, they should be able to find information there too.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
We're gonna
having
leave it there
me.
for the night. This was super fun. I
Yeah.
feel like we don't get to learn enough about Hannah all the time, you know. You have a little cubby up in the
I
barn,
do, but I
and
like my little cubby.
Yeah.
I get to do fun stuff.
so thanks for joining us. Yeah, and this will stay up on YouTube too if you want to like look back at it, share it with people. You're
For
welcome
sure.
to. Otherwise,
Yeah.
yeah, we just are encouraging people to check Hannah out, give her your support, both through Hempstock and our Happy Space. Like they're phenomenal spaces, but then also join us at Max Happy Fest at the end of the month.
Yes.
May 30th.
Max Happy.
Well, most of us will be there,
yes.
at least for parts of the day, and it's just an all-around good time. It all goes to a good cause, and you're
Mhm.
supporting local, which
Yes.
really matters right now.
Yes, it really does.
Yeah.
Gotta love supporting local.
You sure do. So thanks for joining us, and thank you, Hannah.
Yeah, thank you.
I just wanna rewind, bring me back to my prime. The Wi-Fi still felt so live, freestyling on beats outside. Whole squad with the sour spray vibes, no fake flex.